It's a new year. It's a
New year, new blessings, new opportunities, 2025. We done came through 2024 with just a belief, just a trust, just a work, just knowing God was going to make a way, but we enter in 2025. We not slowing down. We not letting up. We know what God willing to do. We know what God going to do. God showed us if you trust and believe in him, he going to make a way. He made a way and he making ways. He continue to keep doing. Open up the door. Open up the door. God, we here to serve you. We here to do your work. We here to do your purpose. We gonna keep changing the world. 2025 is out here to drop the jewels, boy. Ain't nobody better. Ain't nobody want to see us. We kicking doors. We making opportunity. We saving lives. We upping lives. We making positivity into the best opportunity. It's all right to do positivity because positivity turned into the best opportunity. Did you think you was gonna be seeing 2025?
Oh yeah. I definitely believed I was going to see 2025. Now, was I going to see it in this way? No. This is a whole different 2025 than I would have visualized going to 2024. Like, what month did we meet last year?
April the 1st, on April Fool's Day.
So we met, that was the day we did the first podcast.
The first day we did the podcast.
So on April 1st, which was
April Fool's Day.
7 months ago now. So we've known each other for 7 months. And to see all the progress that we made.
April Fool's Day, man.
April Fool's Day.
That's April 1st is April Fool's Day. That's when they try to fool you. But God didn't fool. The enemies didn't fool us. God showed us. The enemies tried to fool us to tell us we ain't have what it take. We wasn't gonna make it. We wouldn't the best. They weren't gonna listen. We speaking positivity. But hey, now look who the fool. The devil is the fool because we trust and believe. We put our all into God. And guess what? God ain't going to never forsake you. Look at what he did. And within the 7 months, I know you, man. I'm talking about when? 2025.
Yeah. It's a new year. I mean, me personally, my goals for 2025 is just to go crazy. Like, as far as spreading the positivity, spreading that message, that's all I want to do. Wherever it takes me, it takes me. We did it 2024, but 2025, we're going to do it at a new level. We got new ways of doing it. We got all kinds of guests coming through. We got things they don't know about, so we're not going to tell them yet. We got some new opportunities coming our way. 2025 is going to be a huge year, not just for me and you, but for the viewers, because we're spreading that positivity. They're hearing it. They're being impacted by it, and they're becoming a better person. And the better person you become, the better year you're going to have. So where do you see yourself going in 2025? What's your goals for 2025?
Keep doing what God allowed me to do. Keep doing what God allowed me to do. Whatever God allowed me to do and want me to do, that's what I'm doing. I ain't putting no level. I ain't putting no explanation on it. Whatever God allowed me to do, that's what I'm doing. Whatever he need me to do, that's what I'm doing. Whatever he want me to do, that's what I'm doing. Everything, my focus is around God. Everything that I want to do is in between with me and God. Because when you put him at the head of your life, the head of everything, he gonna be with you. He gonna make sure you succeed. He gonna make sure you get there. 2024, I didn't think like that. But 2025, after going through 2024, knowing that God made that transition, everything gotta be within him. I made it to see 2025, man. I just had a birthday, as you know, just passed, big 37. God been doing some things, and he been doing some tremendous things. And I want to thank you for believing and trusting in me. And God, I want to thank you for trusting and believing in us as a whole, and continue to keep allowing him to use us in every way. God, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. God, I'm so grateful and blessed for what you've been doing and what you continue to doing and what you showing us. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you.
For sure. I appreciate you as well.
Lord, I thank you for running me across your path, man, yes, at the time, at the most important time, because this wasn't our time. This was God's timing. And when God did it, he did it for a reason, because he knew he was ready to use us to make a difference in this world. And he did it. Now we're going into 2025 with some big opportunity, some big things. And guess what? It's going to be bigger.
That makes sense, because like I started my podcast last year to really like spread positivity, bring a message to the people. and just, basically you have a positive impact in the world. And by me, it was like one of the first times in my life that I really made a step in that direction. So by doing that and bringing people on, interviewing people, and really bring out the best of them, and spreading that, that struggle and how people overcame it. By doing that, God saw what I was doing, and He brought you to the podcast to bring, because I was doing what I was doing, but I needed a little bit of help. I needed a little bit of inspiration, motivation to keep going hard, but also to improve the message. So I feel like God definitely did line it up. In other words, if I had never started the podcast, we wouldn't have.
We wouldn't have no connection.
Exactly. So that's how that stuff works. Like when you decide to do something positive and make a move in positivity, you will naturally run into other people who are doing the same thing, and then empowers your movement.
Most definitely. It's like empire.
For both sides.
50 Cent saw the empire. He saw the vision, but he needed the people to bring the vision. He needed to bring certain people to make the vision become visualized. And that's what he did. God said, if you got a vision, I will make it visualized. I will make it come to presence. And that's what it is. You got to see the vision in order to be visualized to make sure it come to presence, man. Shout out to Big God for doing this thing. Shout out to everybody who came on Drop the Jewels and Let It Phlo Podcast. You made a big impact, and guess what? 2025 is going to be a big year, and I want God to continue to keep blessing each and every person that ran across our path. And guess what? It's all for y'all.
For sure. You spoke to me earlier, and you said there was 3 things that you wanted to bring into 2025. What were those 3 things?
Legacy, morals, and history.
Legacy, morals, and history. So let's break it down. Explain to me why you would bring those 3 things into 2025.
It's very important to bring them things into 2025. When you got legacy, it's what you do in this world to make an impact, to leave on your name when He put you down and lay your soul to rest. Legacy is very important. If you don't lead in the right direction, you're not leaving no legacy. If you only making money and selling drugs, that is not a legacy. You're not impacting the world and showing God that you made a change on somebody's lives. Legacy is what you do to make a better person behind you, to make kids want to be like you. So legacy is very important going into 2025, because if you're not working towards a legacy, what you living for? What you living for? I'm living to make a legacy, to know that it's all right to serve God. It's all right to trust and believe in Him. It's all right to put your all into Him. That's my legacy. God told me my legacy going to be bigger than me. I'm going to change somebody's life. And that's my goal, and that's my purpose, and that's what in my heart desire. My legacy. What is your legacy, baby?
So I live most of my life negative. Thinking about negative, doing negative things, keeping negative things around me. The legacy that I want to leave behind is the message of positivity, of focusing on positivity. Because so many people spend their entire life living in negativity because they grew up that way. The things that they dealt with as a childhood was so negative. The legacy I want to leave behind is a legacy of positivity, of growth, of building on what you have, and leaving behind all the things that you've been through, because people carry too much burden, too much baggage. People need to leave it behind. I want to leave a message to the world. If I'm going to leave a message, is to stop focusing on the negativity, stop keeping negative things around you, and surround yourself with positivity. That's what will change your life. I mean, my legacy is so big, it's hard to put in just words, but it's just about moving forward. It's about growing. It's about not letting your life just be left, in the shambles your whole life. You have a decision to have a better life. My legacy is to leave it all behind, just like we spoke in other podcasts. Shed the skin of negativity and be reborn. However you want to do that, whether it be through God or through a religion or through your children, whatever it is, seek the positivity and let that embody you. Become that. If more people could do that, if the whole entire world were to embrace more positivity than negativity, it would immediately impact the world. Immediately. And I spent too many years in that negative mind state. So my legacy is positivity. That's what will change the world. What brings people together is positivity. What pulls people apart is negativity. When two people are friends and they're close and they're getting along and everything, when everything's positive, they're good. As soon as negativity comes around, that's what could lead people to separate.
Yes,
so that's why we need to focus on positivity, period. That's the most important message.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So you said moral.
Morals.
So I mean, most people would understand that, but what's your reason for bringing morals into 2025? What morals are you speaking
You
about?
got to stand on principles. You got to stand on what you know right from wrong. You know what God put in your heart. You know what your parents taught you. You know what your parents taught you not to do. Morals, people, I feel people lost morals because they let that green piece of paper change their morals of their way of moving, the way of thinking, the way of believing. That paper change your morals. I need you to get back to your morals and let that paper get up out your mindset. That paper change your life, but it also change who you is. So morals is very important. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. If you stand for something, you ain't gonna fall for anything.
Some people have bad morals, okay? So for those people who have bad morals, leave it in 2024.
That's what I'm saying.
Leave it behind. Now, if you have good morals right now, the way you're living your life, that's what you want to bring to 2025. Good morals. So going to 2025 with new morals, good morals, better morals, and leave the bad morals behind.
Perfect.
You get what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Because some people have a different definition of what moral is.
Yeah, they really do. But they need to get back to what. Hey, if you don't know what your morals is, go ask your mama what she taught you. Ask your daddy what they taught you. And then when you hear what they taught you and you realize you ain't adding up and the morals ain't matching up, then you need to get back to what your family taught you. The morals they taught you wasn't to let money determine what you need to be and what you need to do and what you not need to do. Come on now, think about that now. Let's go. And the last one was what?
History.
History. That's very important.
So why do you feel like you should bring the history into 2025?
Because history is very important. Your history of what you've been through, what you had to overcome, why you at where you at today, and where you going to be farther tomorrow and the next day. History is showing you the transition of what you did in 2024, 2023 to 2025, going into 2020, whatever. History. My 2023, I didn't know who I was. My 2024, I found God. My 2023, I didn't know who I was. My 2024, half or through my 2024, I was trying to find my purpose. Then I found you. Then I found my calling. 2025, now we on to bigger things. So your history is what matters. What you did in 2024, you don't want to do in 2025. You want to be better. Let me tell you something. Jordan already made history by winning MVP of the NBA, on defensive player of the NBA, on the most scoring person in a season. There was some history, but that wasn't the best histories he wanted to have. The best history he wanted to have was when he knew that I needed to get championships. That's history.
Yeah.
All other things cool, but what matter the most is what the world gonna remember you as them championships. That's history. He ain't just win a championship. He won 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That's history.
See, I feel like with history, I feel like you got to forgive yourself for your history. Don't hold on to it.
Come on.
Don't hold on to the things you did wrong, because we've all done bad things. We've all done things that were wrong.
Most
Don't
definitely.
hold on to that. Don't bring that into 2025. Leave that behind. What you want to bring in 2025 was the lessons that you learned from those histories. How you grew from those histories. Because a lot of people carry that baggage for too long. Don't do that. But if you forget about everything you've been through, what will happen is you'll just do it again. And again, that's the reason they teach us history class in school, because we want to know what happened in the past so that we can make sure it never happens again. For sure. Absolutely. Because You can't forget where you came from.
Nah.
You can't forget who you are inside. And where you came from is what made you so great. So never forget that, because if you forget about that, you won't be humble.
No, not at all.
So that you have to hold on to your history, but don't hold on to it so much that now you're depressed.
You're depressed and it stop you from growing.
You can't let it go.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. That's what we're bringing in 2025. Legacy, history, and morals.
For sure. And hopefully money.
That's going to come with the game.
For sure. So let me ask you this. What do you feel like you fell short on in 2024?
Oh, man, that's tough. Why you go at your boy like that? I could have went harder. Some days I took to play with. I could have went harder. And that's why I know that I could have went harder, and that's why 2025 I'm going harder. I put my foot on my own neck. I'm putting my foot on my own neck. Ain't nobody foot worse than my own foot. Ain't nobody harder on me than myself. I felt that I could have went harder. I felt that I was waiting too long for certain things. You can't wait for nothing. Go get it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you went very hard, bro.
Man,
I mean, you would
feel that way. A
Yeah.
lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
But I could have went harder, baby.
Yeah.
I could have went harder.
I could have went harder too.
Hell yeah, you could have went harder.
I mean, I feel like, bro, last year was a tough year for most people. The economy was just down, bro. Like we know millionaires that are having trouble staying millionaires, bro, even during last year. So it was a tough year. So I definitely feel like financially, definitely could do better. And next year we will. You know, but sometimes when you're helping people, it might not always bring you a lot of money, but it brings you something in your heart that you can't buy. You know, but we need to make it into some money. So that's what I would like to do, is just make a lot more money. Not just because, you know, like, that's what the stress. A lot of people are stressed because they're not making enough money. I don't care about making billions. I like to make millions, but I just want to make enough money to be able to get by, do my thing, and be comfortable.
Most
you know,
definitely.
Anything more than that's just a
Freedom.
blessing. Financial freedom. You know, if I can get that, and then we can really go hard. We can really go crazy. You know, and we can show people how to do it too.
The right way.
By example. The right way. By example. Exactly.
Talk to me, baby.
So I see you wearing the bandana and you got the pin. Like, tell me what you got going on. Like, what's the meaning behind it?
I gotta take my glasses off for this one, man. Terry, young man, this my cousin. His birthday just passed, man, and R.I.P. Lil Canil, they call him Fafa, man, and it's a touchy story because, like they say, morals. He had a lot of morals. But sometimes the streets will get you to trick you out your position where you forget the morals of what your parents taught you, or what your family once showed you, or what the prayers of what God could do for you. Sometimes we get so caught up in certain things, we forget our legacy. And he lost his life because he forgot his morals. Sometimes you got to learn in life, you got to lay down. Sometimes you can't always go back with the enemy. Sometimes, a lot of times, the devil will get the best of you, even if you got the upper hand. The devil got the best of him. And when you do that, when you lose your morals, you lose not just you, but you hurt the people that love you, the people that believed in you, the people that put time into you. And I'm wearing it because his birthday was 2 days ago. And this little cuz, I thought he was gonna be here still to the day. He left 2 beautiful sons behind. And good thing he got a mother and a father, but a hell of a brother to step up and to be a father to his kid's life. And ain't too many people got that. So I wore it on the episode because guess what? To every young man, remember your morals. Situations you gonna come where you got the upper hand, but you gonna have to learn how to lay it down. You gonna have to lay it down. Every situation ain't always made for you to go crazy. Some situations made for you to just walk away and kill the enemies by walking away.
Yeah.
You can never bring back a life. You can never bring back a life. You always think about what you should have did, but sometimes what you should have did be too late because you let your morals go. You let your morals go. You let your legacy go. You know, and I wore this because, man, he was young. He was young. And not just being young, he was taught well. And when you taught well, you should do well.
Was he in the wrong place at the wrong time, or was it something that he was involved in?
He lost his book sack with money and stuff at a restaurant, and he went to get it back. And the guys that he got into it with who had his bag, they wasn't trying to give it back. So it was a gun pulled and a gun pulled.
Oh.
One shot. He lost his life.
Dang.
Because he was going to get his stuff that he loved.
Well, that's understandable.
That's understandable, but sometimes you got to understand too that I want every young man to know you gonna lose some things in life. Money is not worth your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Money is not worth your life. And if he would have thought of his morals and his principles and his legacy and his sons, his mother, his dad, and his brother, he would have realized I can't replace them, but I can replace the money. And I want every young man to know you might lose something. Don't go back to get it. Sometimes God will make you lose something to realize you could get better in a different way.
Yeah.
That's why I wore that.
That's sad. That's sad.
You know.
Because I can understand why he did what he did, 100%. But I think what it is that it's a certain level it gets turns up to. You're like, all right, you know what? You got it. You got it. I just looking for my bag.
And you know, as men, we afraid to back down. Yeah. We want to be that big chest, rah rah. And sometimes in situations you gotta lay it down. Yeah. You know, this what I always know, and I know for sure. You could step on a person, but God's step be harder. You could try to do something to a person to harm them, but God harm a person way worse. It might not show you that he's doing it. It might not physically see it, but God got a way of punishing people without you even noticing that it affect them. So when you trust and believe in God, and he was raised up in a church house, his mama didn't play. You slept over, you going to church. And one thing she showed and told him that ain't no person bigger than a man up above. And that's when I feel like he forgot his moral. But shout out to his brothers, his brother Buddy, and his mama and his daddy, because guess what? They doing a hell of a job. Yeah. Ain't nothing like it. So I wore this in memories of him. But shout out to him, man. I'm sorry to lose you. I love you. But guess what? You left your legacy and your history, and you left it in two young men. And they ain't gonna never forget you. And your brother picking up the weight. Keep on smiling down on your brother and your mama and daddy, because your brother stepped up to be a father to your kids. Ain't nothing like a brother like him. Hit me with the answer, D Phlo.
For sure. So, well, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry to hear that, bro. And you know, it's sad. It's sad situation, bro. Because like I said, it's definitely understandable. But why? You know, it's understandable why he did what he did. So let me ask you this: I feel like a lot of people have New Year's resolutions. They say, "Oh, it's a new year. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get on a diet. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna run every day. I'm gonna take a walk every day." And they only do it, like most people only do it for like a week or two or a month and they're done, right? But here's my thing. Do you feel like it's better to just treat every single day you wake up like a new year?
Most definitely, very important.
Like instead of treating every one day, which is a New Year's Eve, I have a resolution. I'm gonna be better man, better woman. Why don't we just do that every day? Every day. Like every time we go to sleep, why don't we tell ourselves, what can I do better tomorrow? And say, you know what? My new day resolution is to do this. Because so many people only change because it's a new year. They only make change because it's the cool thing to do. It's the trend.
That's the trend.
But you know what? Screw this tradition. That's the word. Screw the tradition. We need to stop waiting until New Year's to make a resolution.
The tradition should be every day.
The tradition should be every day. What do you think about that?
Most definitely. You can't wait till the new year. One day out of 365 days. So you wait 364 days to make one resolution to want to do better when you got 364 days to want to do better. Every day that you wake up, it should be a New Year's resolution. First of all, giving praise and giving thanks that he woke you up. The second thing is that you need to be better than the day you was before. The third thing is Don't wait too long. Don't wait too long. Let's get it, baby. Hey,
Don't wait too long
don't wait too long
to make change.
to make changes. Changes should be made every day. Guess what? When you buy a shift stick, when you go buy a car, I don't even make that. Do they still make shift sticks now?
Stick shit. I don't.
Stiff
Yeah, they
shit no
do.
more?
They do.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
But they're about to stop.
People don't even know shift stick is the cheapest car to buy.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a 2025. If you buy a shift stick, it's going to be cheaper than automatic because a shift stick hard to drive.
Yeah.
But one thing about a shift stick, if you put the time into learning a shift stick, then you deserve to drive it. It's like learning chess. It's like learning chess. Chess is a hard game to learn because every move gotta calculate. But when you learn it and you lose and you understand it, then you start to grow. I use that shift stick as an example because when you're driving a shift stick, the car start off in neutral. And then you gotta go to first gear. Then you gotta go to second gear. And then if you wanna go faster, you gotta go to third and fourth gear. And your life should be in neutral right now. And every day you should be trying to get the first, the second, and third, fourth gear. You never want to go back to neutral until you reach another opportunity of success. If you don't want to be great, stay in neutral.
Right. It's your choice, and it takes experience. Because I never tried driving one, but I know that it takes practice and experience.
You're going to burn the clutch. You're going to burn the clutch because you ready to get in there and drive. Life is not just about getting in there and drive. It's about learning the interior. It's about learning the clutches. It's about learning the mindset. It's about learning the relationship. It's about learning the growth, learning what it's going to take to grow, learning what God wants you to do. Life is about learning, but not just getting in there and driving.
Right. So let me ask you this. So do you feel like somebody can really change? Do you feel like people have it in their heart? Like when someone says, I'm really going to change, are they going to be able to stay changed forever? Because a lot of people say once a cheater, always a cheater. A lot of people think if their girl or their man cheats on them, then they'll always be cheating. They can never be loyal. In your opinion, do you feel like people can really change and stay changed for the rest of their life?
Most definitely. Most definitely. People, listen, man, one mistake do not determine your growth. One mistake do not determine where you're going in life. One mistake do not determine that you can't grow in life. A lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people learn from their mistakes. A lot of people don't learn from their mistakes. A lot of people let their mistakes stop them from growing. A lot of people. So it depends on who you is as an individual. If a person, they say, one time a cheater, always a cheater. That's not the case. Because there's some person that could come through and change your life to make you never want to cheat again.
Right.
I used to cheat all the time until I met the right person. I stopped cheating. So it ain't about cheating. It's about, is you willing to make the change to not want to do wrong?
Right. A lot of us think that who we are is what we've done. A lot of people think that what we are the mistakes that we made. People think what we are all the bad things that we did to people. Who you are can change overnight.
Most
who I
definitely.
was is who I was. But who I am, that's
It's
somebody different. That's somebody who learned from those mistakes. That's somebody who went through all those trials and tribulations and overcame them. And that overcoming process creates a new me. Everybody can change and stay changed. But a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people only look at you as what you were. They only look at you and they only see what you were before. Anybody can change. And for all those people who feel bad about themselves, down about themselves, don't have self-respect for themselves because of things they've done, you got to let it go. Because everybody can change. But it's up to you to stay changed.
Most definitely.
Because you can go back.
Yeah,
You
can
have
go
to
back
make the decision to stay who you
to
are.
stay who you is
now.
now, and not go back to who you was.
Right.
Most definitely. 2024, who I was then, I am not going to be the same person who I'm going to be in 2025. I'm going to better that person. I'm growing. I'm growing, and God continue to keep using me. We gonna continue to keep growing as a group, as a family, as a brotherhood. We gonna continue to keep changing everybody's lives. We gonna continue to keep showing everybody positivity is the way to go. We ain't gonna lose because positivity is the new success, is the new victory. Positivity, believing and trusting in God and going to church and praying, hitting your knees and being obedient to the word, that's the new winnings. That's the new bag.
Right. I definitely feel that. So another thing I want to bring up about the holidays, Christmas. So everybody goes their whole year without giving to their friends and their family. They don't give no gifts. Everybody waits, but Christmas, it's time to give. And that's another mistake that just like how we talked about how you shouldn't wait till New Year's Day to have a resolution, we shouldn't wait till Christmas to give. Okay? We have this thing in our mind that the only time to give is the season of giving. That's not true. We should be giving all the time. It's not always money. It could be time. It could be knowledge. It could be helping somebody. We should always be willing to give. We don't need to wait till December 25th to give something to somebody, whether it be our kids or family or friends, whoever. So I feel like by having Christmas and believing in Christmas, we don't realize that it's shutting our minds to realize that we should be giving a lot more than just one day.
Most definitely. If you want to feel that experience of being around your family, exchanging gifts, you should be able to you should start that tradition of getting back to that big mama family every Sunday, bringing family over, exchanging gifts, having a fun time. See, the world got away from that big mama mentality, that big mama love, because that's all family had back then. Big mama said, come over on Sundays, everybody eat, the family come over, we have a good time. Christmas is every day. Christmas is every day. You should be able to give to somebody every day. If it's just a word of encouragement, if it's just the knowledge, if it's just a hug, if it's just a kiss, if it's just $1. Christmas is every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
In your heart.
All the time in your heart.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's
somebody out there could use prayers every day.
Right.
We got to get back to that.
Yeah.
And another thing we need to get back to is allowing other people to help us allowing other people to be a father in our kids' life, not just us. Because that old back in the days when you messed up, not just your mama whooped you, but her friend whooped you. If her friend saw you doing something wrong, they chastised you and brought you to your mama, and she chastised you too. We got to a point where every parent want to be their son or their daughter friend. They forgetting who the parent is. They want to hang out with their kids. They want to dress like their kids. A kid, when the dad and the son out, a daddy and a daughter, a mother and a son, or a mother and a daughter out, the kids should be able to see who the mother is. Nowadays, kids don't even know who the mother is because you're looking like the kids. We got to change that.
Wow.
We got to change that. We got to draw a line to when we go to our kids' school, our kids, students know that's her mama, that's her daddy. We shouldn't look like them. We shouldn't look like them. We need to bring back that if you afraid to chastise them, let your uncle or let your auntie or let somebody chastise them, because we losing control of our children. We losing control of how we was brought up. If I got out of line with somebody, my mama couldn't whip my ass, my auntie whipped my ass. She ain't care. If my mama hand was hurt, my auntie came and whooped up my ass because my mama hand was hurt.
You know what? That's not really a thing no more. It's to the point now where it's against the law.
I know. And they made it against the law because they allowed the kid to do all these certain things, calling these child protection.
Exactly.
My mama told me one time, I said, I'm going to call child protection. She said, when you call them, make sure you go live with them.
I mean, that's what they'll do. If they have reason.
Go live with them.
You don't want that.
You don't want that because
You don't
they ain't
want
gonna take care of you like mama.
Hell no.
Talk to me, D Phlo.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like there's a lot of people out here who are being a friend to their kids instead of being a parent to their kids. And I just feel like the reason why is because you kind of feel like you wish your parents did that. But you don't realize that by doing that, what are your kids learning?
Nothing. To disrespect you.
To disrespect you. They don't understand what somebody who should be above you as a boss and a job. Like, you can't respect people above you when your parents saw you as equal. You're going to see your boss as equal. You're going to be in your job like, I ain't got to respect you. Me and you are equal because my mom treated me like we were equal. So I'm equal with you. So what do you tell me to do? Mop the floor? You crazy. So the way you treat your children has to do with how they deal with authorities.
Most definitely. The respect.
Yeah.
And still to the day, I don't care if you're younger or older, I always say yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And people always say, man, why you saying that? I'm younger than you. I say that's the way I was raised, and that's the respect I have.
So with raising your kids, what are the 3 core values that you feel like you want to instill into your children?
Respect yourself, respect your elders, and carry yourself in the right. Respect yourself, respect your elders, and know when to lay down, and know when to go hard. That's 3 things. That's 3 things that I want them to know.
Yeah.
Respect your elders, respect yourself, and know when to go hard behind what you believe, and when to lay down when you know it don't believe, when it don't make no sense. That's 3 things.
Okay.
That's gonna save you, that's gonna protect you, and that's gonna watch over you and guide you in the right way.
Yeah, I like that. For me, I would have to say number 1, strength. And I agree with not only just having the strength, but to know when to use the strength.
Okay.
You know, just like you said, know when to lay down, when to fight.
That's the same thing. Knowing and believing.
It is a similar thing, but I want to put an emphasis on the strength because I feel like no matter male or female, you need the strength. Number 2 is to not give up, because a lot of people give up too easy in life. So I want to instill in them just to never stop, no matter what. You know, what's the word? Consistency. To be consistent in everything that you believe in. Mm-hmm. Number 2. And number 3 is love. Because I feel like a lot of people, me myself included, didn't understand love. So I want to make sure that they understand love. What is love? Showing it by everything we talk about, time, binding things for them, whatever it is. But them understand how to love somebody else. Because I feel like love is the only thing that really makes you better. The only reason somebody would become better is because of love. Because they love somebody else so much or themselves so much that they would want to be better. And yes, like you said, loving yourself. Like self-respect. Love in general, in every aspect. Loving others, loving yourself. Because just important as it is to love other people, it's just important to love yourself.
Well, definitely.
So definitely loving yourself and just love, period. Those are 3 core values I would instill in my children. But I ain't going to lie. It's hard to say just 3. There's so many more. So, in your opinion, in the world today, do you feel like more people are real or more people are fake?
More people fake.
More people fake?
Mm-hmm.
And why's that?
Because a lot of people are afraid to show who they is, so they gonna put a facade. They're gonna try to change their image, trying to put on. Because they don't want the world to know who they is. They not comfortable with themselves to allow the world to accept them for who they is. That's why it's more fake than real. That's why a lot of people try to put on and stunt on other people because they don't know who they is as an individual. They upset. They're afraid. They ain't accepted who they is. Like when you know who you is. I got a friend, he gay, a good dude, love him to death, his name Robert, but we used to hang out and he gay. But when I know who I am, what he doing, what he like, don't determine who I am. I don't stop hanging with him because what he like. That's his preference. He respect me. I respect him. Whoever he bring around respect me. I respect myself. And that's just what it is. We got to get back to stop worrying about how people going to look at you because what the next person do or what your friend is. If that's your friend and you love them, you rock with them. Even if the critics come at you wrong, stand for something or fall for nothing. Hey, if I love you, I love you. I don't have no problem with gay people. Only problem I ever have is if they disrespect me. I love them all. I don't care. I don't look at them no different. If he a man and he gay. That's what he like.
I agree.
I never had a problem with that. I had some uncles that was gay, big time gay.
So what you gonna do if they come on to you?
If they come on to me, I'm gonna just tell them, be honest with you, like that ain't my thing. You know, just respect me. Of course, they might, you fine. Hey, just respect me. That's it. That's all I ask. Respect me. Your opinion, that's your opinion. But keep your opinion to yourself, but respect me.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Right.
And that's it.
I definitely agree that there's more fake than real. And you know what? You just made me realize that one of the reasons is because people don't want to be themselves. They want to be somebody else. They want to follow the crowds. That's what we were just saying earlier. If you want to be real, you have to love yourself.
Come on, huh?
You have to want to be yourself. People want to fake it and be somebody else because they don't like who they are. They want to be a rapper, but man, they're good with computers. They need to go work a computer job. But they want to be a rapper so bad that they'll change into somebody that they aren't and do all this stuff they really don't do just to be cool enough to be in them circles. That's not who you are. You got to be real with yourself, 100%. And most of the world is followers these days. Not enough leaders. Too many followers.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So is you gotta understand, man. So is what you willing to allow, what you willing to accept, and what you willing to be around. D Phlo. So right. Most definitely.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like it's real to be a leader to your friends or whoever is around you? You're the leader. People look up to you, and you lead those people in the wrong direction. Is that fake?
Yeah, you ain't no leader. A leader lead in the right direction no matter what.
But there's plenty of leaders leading people in the wrong direction.
Most definitely, because the people that they lead wrong don't have no right morals and guidance to who they are. I would never let a person lead me wrong because I have morals. My parents taught me morals. My family taught me principles. This money make you forget morals, principles, and dignity. And that's why the world, in the way we is, because that money will make you forget everything that your parents taught you.
Right.
That's why you need to get back. And the reason why people falling like that, because they don't know God. God will show you principles, morals, dignity, pride, and belief. Man, I gave them that. The devil gave them that. If I gave it to them, they'd have been doing you and leading you in the right direction. The devil gave them that. So this what you do. Get away from them and go give it somebody who I'm blessing so they can bless you. And I'm going to continue to bless them and they're going to continue to bless you.
And it goes both ways because the devil's doing the same thing on the other side.
Yes, indeed.
And blessing people or whatever you want to call it, giving them opportunities and things.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. So it goes both ways. You have to choose the people that you know, who you really want to follow.
Most definitely.
Because I feel like a lot of leaders are abusing. There's a responsibility to be a leader. If you're a leader, that means people are following you. There's people in your footsteps trying to be like you. They're trying to figure out. They'll do whatever you tell them to do. You have a responsibility to guide them in the right direction. I don't care what you do in life. When you got a bunch of people following you, you have to make sure that you are giving them a good message. Stop leading people in the wrong direction when you got that power. I don't care if it's 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 10,000, 100 million people. No matter how many people are following you, you have a responsibility to lead people in that direction.
Most definitely.
Period. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that and they overlook that. And they abuse it.
You know it. Talk to me, baby. Hey, so you ready for the new year?
I'm ready for the new year, bro.
It's
going to be a big year. not just for me and you, for the whole world. The world, we had a bad year last year, bro. Last year kind of sucked for everybody, you know? Like, I feel like we have a new year, a new opportunity, new time, and the sun's going to shine this time. I feel like this going to be the one. And I just feel the energy. I feel like a lot of people are seeking positivity. They're seeking change. I mean, do you feel that way too? We can see it in the comments. We can see it in the
Most
views.
definitely, everything. Most definitely everything. Before we get up out of here, man. Before we get up out of here, we must end this thing right, man. Man, y'all already know, man. We going into that new year. Y'all see what's going on at 2025, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sir.
indeed, man. Most definitely, man. We just want to give praise and give thanks to God for continuing to keep doing what He's doing and allowing us to do what He do, you know. And the word of encouragement is, man, legacy, morals, and history. You need to focus on going into 2025. That's very important. That's very important. But I'm here to tell you these words here. Mom, I ain't gonna lose. Mom, I prepared. Mom, I'm going through it. Mom, I found God. I got a better relationship. Mama, I know you was praying. You ain't gotta pray because the prayers is answered. I built my relationship with God. I put my trust in Him. I got a relationship with the pastor. I'm going to see him every Wednesday. I'm going to Bible study. I'm hitting my knees. I'm giving thanks to God. I'm going to church. I know that He gonna make a way. He gonna continue to make a way. Then drop the jewels, boys. We ain't just winning, but we believing. We ain't just doing it, but we changing. We ain't just making it, but we making it happen. We changing lives. We doing what it doing. God, I thank you. God, I had to go through the trials and tribulations. God, I had to lose faith to earn faith. I had to learn what I was and what I had to do. Lord, I'm serving you in each and every way. I didn't learn, I didn't felt it. Lord, I'm ready for victory. I ain't losing no more. I done lost days in 2023. I done lost days in 2022, but I jumped to 24 and learned a lot of things. I done got me a brother. I done learned the system. I done learned how to win in the right way. I'm going into 25 with everything that I needed that I didn't have in 2022 to 2023. You gave me a brother. You gave me an opportunity. You gave me blessings. You gave me strength. You gave me wisdom. You gave me knowledge. You gave me growth. You gave me to believe. And you gave me the opportunity to have a relationship with you again. How could you lose when you got God with you each and every way? Them drop the jewels, boys. The biggest year in 2025. Manifestation is everything.
Hey, the biggest year so far, because it's gonna get bigger and bigger every year. All right, Doc. Yes, sir. It's a new year.
Most definitely, man.